All right, I'm back. I don't know what happened. It kicked me off, and then I decided to use that opportunity as a bit of a break. Had a little salad for lunch. I'm freezing to death, so found my sweater and found my slippers, and I was going to make a cup of tea, but I didn't get there yet. I'd like to get this finished. It's going to take all day. All right. So we left off with number 9. And we left off with me saying it's going to be tricky. And it is. Not too tricky. You just got to read it over and read it over and read it over. The more time you read these word problems, the more it just starts to clarify in your mind what you need to do. You're not going to be able to know what to do right away for some. Just like you've seen me read these questions from 1 to 8, how many times have I read them over? It's not just popping right out. You got to read. All right. So, a ship traveled away from port at a steady speed, shown in the table. How many kilometers from port was it at 8:35? So the steady speed, or the steady rate, is at 7, he went 24 kilometers. See, I told you I was going to run out of ink. Didn't even get through the day. At 8, he was at 48 kilometers. Well, we want to know where he was at 8:35. So, between 7 and 8, he went 24 kilometers. So I want to know how many kilometers he went per minute. Because I've got to add 35 minutes on there. Okay? So how am I going to figure out how many kilometers in a minute? Well, he went 24 kilometers in 60 minutes. So to find out how many kilometers per minute, I'm going to take 60 and try to put it into 24. So how many kilometers per minute? So 60 kilometers, 60 minutes goes into 24 0 times. So I'm going to have to add a decimal. 60 goes into 24. I think 6 4s are 24. Yeah, so it goes 0.4 to 40 equally. All right, so he goes 0.4 kilometers per minute. Okay, great. So what do we do now? We're not done, because he wants to know, the question asks us, how many kilometers had he traveled by 8:35? So he traveled at 8 o'clock, he was at 48 kilometers. So I'm going to go, all right, he goes 4 kilometers an hour. In 60 minutes, he went 24. So I think we're going to go, what's 40? So 48. I'm all mixed up. I know that he went 24 kilometers in 60 minutes. I need to add 35. So what's 35 minutes times 0.4? Or rather, yeah, 5 fours are 20, 3 fours are 12, 13, 14. 14. So I'm going to add 14. You want to take it the whole way through, go ahead, but 0 times 5 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. So just bring that decimal point over. It's 14. So I'm going to go an extra 14 kilometers. So 48 plus an extra 14 kilometers is 62. Is 62 an option? Yes, it is. It's number 4. Did you see how I got that? That was tricky. So 48, the first thing I did it in my head. Somebody might want to know where that 24 came from that I'm talking about. What I did first was I took 48, subtract 24, and I got 24. So I knew that that's how I knew in that 1 hour, I took the difference of these two numbers. In 1 hour, it went 24. So I'm not going to go divide 24 by 1 because I need to break it down into minutes. I need to find how far he's going to go in 1 hour and 35 minutes. So I know I have to figure it out by what it is per minute. So 24 divided by 60 is whatever I found out to be, 0.4, right? So 0.4 minutes. So miles per kilometer or whatever, kilometers per hour is now kilometers per minute. So for every minute, he's going 0.4 kilometers. So I'm just knowing that I have to calculate 0.4 times 35. So 35 minutes times 0.4 minutes per hour, and it came out to 14. So 48 kilometers is where he was at 8 o'clock. Add 14 kilometers, and I got 62. Told you it was tricky. So I think I'm going to stop, and I'm going to do one question at a time so that people might be able to skip through. And I just thought of that. Sorry. So if you are one of the ones that got quite a few right between 1 and 9, sorry,